What's going on, guys? Your boy Maze, we're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, me doing the Heroes Arena Challenger difficulty guide to let you guys know how you're able to actually clear Heroes Arena going second. So let's hop into the video. Before we actually hop into the video, make sure to subscribe to your boy Amazing. We're on the road to the 40,000 subscribers. If you guys enjoy videos like this, definitely make sure to like and subscribe as per usual. And without the way, guys, we're gonna hop in here and do the Heroes Arena guide. One thing before we actually hop into the exact guide here is I'm not gonna explain exactly what Heroes Arena is. If you guys want to get the full explanation for Heroes Arena and the Masters difficulty guide, I'm gonna link that video in the description, as I already made a video on this season of Heroes Arena specifically before Masters difficulty. So if you guys want to see that and you want to find out how to beat that, check that out. But yeah, this video is pretty much going to be for all the higher end players in the game. If you have, like, you know, 10 plus million box CC, maybe even like 9 plus million box CC, but depending on your account, obviously, right? So yeah, guys, what I want to show you guys before we actually hop into the gameplay though is going to be the guide that I'm going to be using. So let me switch my display here and we'll kind of talk about it. All right, guys, so shout out to my boy Rejwan. I think that's how you pronounce his name. So I actually messaged him on Discord and we kind of talked it through, and yeah, I'm able to give this to you guys publicly. I mean, it was already public. This video will probably be a way to kind of show this document more for the public. So yeah, this is the Heroes Arena Season 2 Challenger going second guide. And so this is what I used when I actually went through my Heroes Arena run, as you guys will see in the video. There are some different teams that I actually did use. So like this team right here, I did not actually use in my run. And yeah, I mean, I didn't use... I did this team right here, this one at the very bottom, but I did switch out Nebula Zeldris for the brand new Demon King, so we'll kind of talk about it. But pretty much though, guys, this document has the requirements for the team. It shows you the gear sets, it shows you the characters and where you want to place them on the team, and it also shows you, like, you know, how to play and all that. Like, it's pretty in-depth. So if you guys are looking for, you know, a really in-depth guide that you can like use while you're watching my video, or if you're just going through the Heroes Arena and you need a way to go about it, this guide is going to be great. I'm going to link this in the description. Again, if you do want to, you know, say thanks to Rejwan, go to his Discord, go to his Twitter, you know, tell him thanks. And yeah, this is a really good you know, Google document guide here that'll pretty much cover everything. So yeah, without the way, guys, let's actually go to my run now and kind of discuss what I was able to do and, you know, my kind of strategies going out through all these fights. So let's hop in. Alright, guys, so hopping into the first team that we actually used on this Heroes Arena is actually going to be the Heroes Arena Demon team. Now, the reason I actually ran this exact team is because we have Matrona here to actually pretty much heal the entire team. We have Demon King giving us the 20% all stats because of the way the seasonal buff is actually working. So, you know, Demon King does get that season buff where he increases the all stats of the allies by 20% for season 2. And then we are running Red Melascula to revive the Matrona so that she always gets the HP. And then that's pretty much the exact setup. And then Melly and Demon King are going to be the ones doing a lot of damage. So in terms of this setup here, guys, we are running the Demon Allies attack related or damage dealt increase and then damage reduction. So that's going to be really good against facing non-demon opponents, which I think, you know, because we are running this setup, it's going to work. And then in terms of the setup here, guys, you can actually run Ominous Nebula Zeldris instead of Demon King. You guys will see it on Rejwan's Google document, but I decided to run Demon King here because I thought it would be a little bit better of an experience, and it actually was a lot better of an experience in terms of running this comp instead. So yeah, definitely run Demon King over Ominous Nebula in this slot if you have him. But pretty much the exact setup you're running here, guys, was Demon King on attack crit damage with middle pieces of crit damage, but with crit defense substats. So you guys can see crit defense, and then on this one we also have crit defense as well. For Melascula, we do have HP defense, or HP crit defense, but the middle pieces are also going to be crit defense as well. And then for Meliodas is going to be the exact same thing. So crit defense, middle pieces, everything else is the same. And then for Matrona here, she's actually going to be on double crit defense and then 2 set defense. And the bottom pieces for defense, by the way, are going to be a belt and a rune that have really low HP. So you want to kind of get a low HP version, so that, you know, Matrona is taking the most amount of damage to get to that pretty much 1 HP remaining, so that Melascula procs the revive on her and she heals the entire team because of the way her passive works, right, with the diminished HP healing. Alright, guys, so with that out of the way, now you guys have seen my explanation for the exact reason we're running this team. Now you guys can actually see the clip here where we run the team. If there's anything notable to talk about throughout the run, I will come back and mention it. So enjoy the rest of the run here, guys, and we'll come back to when we're talking about the next team comp that we're going to be using. Alright guys, so I'm come back here to explain the whole part here where Demon King actually dies. So Demon King dying is part of the plan, by the way guys. Not necessarily that you want him to die, but if he does die, it's not the end of the world. So what pretty much happens here is that I'm gonna be finishing off this fight with my Purgatory Meliodas at the very least alive, because we want to make sure that we at least clear this fight before moving into the final one where we actually switch to a different team. So what's gonna happen here is that my Meli is just gonna, you know, finish off these two enemies here, the King and the Merlin, and then from there we're gonna go into the unknown fight at the very end. And yeah, you guys will kind of see what happens with the final fight there. But pretty much it's just gonna be my Meli versing that full unknown team until he dies, and then we're actually gonna switch to another team. So I just wanted to mention that it's not actually a mistake that Demon King dies. He will probably die to that Rimuru, depending on like what your Demon King looks like. You probably will die because of the infect and because he gets targeted like that. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify that, guys. So yeah, watch this part of Purgatory Meli and what he does to the unknown team, and then we'll come back and I'll explain the next team that we're actually gonna be going over. Alright guys, so here's the next team that we actually do use here. This is going to be a Sui team. So if you guys don't know how this team works, pretty much the blue Elizabeth is going to die, and then Purgatory Bond is going to be getting his ultimate, and he is going to nuke the enemy team. In terms of the setup that we're running here, guys, we are running the max HP increase. So the human allies max HP cards are right there. And then in terms of the gear sets that we are running on all the characters, we are running HP crit defense on the Bond. We are running HP crit defense on the Excalibur Arthur. We are running HP crit defense on the Griamore, and then Elizabeth here is going to be on HP. And the middle pieces, we actually have no middle pieces because we do want Elizabeth to die. The only thing is with this is that depending on how built your Elizabeth is, so mine is actually level 90 SA1. You want to make sure that you get to around the 150k HP range, because that's around the point where the second card from the enemy will kill your Elizabeth, and that's what you want. You don't want the first card to kill her, you want the second card to kill her. So you do want to give her some gear, but not too much. So when you get to around that 150k HP range, you guys should be completely fine. And yeah, this is pretty much the setup, guys. Watch what you do in the clip, and it's gonna be pretty much a wrap. But like, the strategy is you stance up with Arthur, you move Bond, use the buff card, and in the following turn you nuke with the ultimate. So it's very, very straightforward. So watch the clip here, guys, and then we'll come back to the next team that we're going to be going over. Alright guys, so for the next team that we're going to be rocking here on Heroes Arena, we got the Heroes Arena Sins team. So we got LRLV Meliodas, we got Queen Diane, we got Transcendent Bond, and we do also have Twigo here as well. And in terms of the artifact support, guys, we are going to be running the basic stats for starting grade R allies as well, right? So this is going to be 24%. I think the minimum you do want is going to be level 4 or higher. So, you know, obviously the higher the better for your Twigo, but I was able to clear with level 4 just so you guys know. So just wanted to clarify that. In terms of the gear comps though, guys, this is what we're going to be running. So we have attack crit damage on the Meliodas, but we are going to be running crit defense on the middle pieces as well. Another thing I did run as well, just for my convenience, was the crit chance rolls on my Meliodas on the top piece. You don't necessarily need this if you have high dupe melee and you trust in your melee critting. My melee just doesn't crit for whatever reason. I don't know. When I did it on stream, I didn't have any, like, you know, a lot of the times when I was ulting, he wasn't critting, and this actually did help a lot. So I have a top piece here that has 21% crit chance, so you can run this if you want. If not, a standard 15% attack piece is going to be fine as well. But that's what I was running for LV. In terms of the end here, we're running HP crit defense with these standard rolls as per usual. The HP crit defense on the Bond as well. And then for Twigo, we are running the exact same thing as well. So that is pretty much the gear setups, guys. Now I'm gonna let the clip play so that you guys can see what you're able to do. And yeah, enjoy the clip. And if I have anything notable to talk about, I will make note about it. So yeah, there we go. Alright guys, so right at this part in the clip here, this is where I actually do make a pretty big mistake. Not in necessarily in what I actually did, but in what you can do to prevent this. So what happened here is that I did my double melee single target. You guys are watching it as it's playing out right now. And when I did the double melee single target, I assumed that this would have killed the assault mode Meliodas. And unfortunately, as you guys can see from his HP, this did not actually kill the assault mode melee. And as right there on the screen, you guys see the forfeit button popped up. I tried to close my game, but I did not close it fast enough, and because of that I actually had to take this assault melee ult, and that was a big mistake that I, you know, unfortunately had to endure right there. So yeah, you don't want to let assault mode melee get an ultimate like that. I didn't actually lose the run, so you guys will see here that when he does ult into me, I actually somehow tanked this, which is crazy. I didn't have a stance up or anything. I was very scared, but I did actually tank this. So you guys will see here when assault melee does the ultimate, boom, we actually do tank. So that is a pretty big mistake that you don't want to make in the future, and I hope that you guys when you know are resetting for your game, always make sure to just right click the application, close it instantly. Don't like click the escape button that you usually do in like Demonic Beast. You have to just fully close the game. And so yeah, so pretty much the rest of the clip is just me getting back to full health though, so you guys can see I will push up the Diana ultimate, get that in ult. So I just wanted to mention that a little bit here guys, just because it's very important. You know, if you get in a situation like this, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to reset, but you want to make sure you reset before I mess up like the way I did. And you got to make sure you actually kill the assault mode if you're going to do that. So there you guys go, and enjoy the rest of the clip. If I'll come back again if there's anything else that's notable to mention. Alright guys, so for the last Heroes Arena team that we used on Challenger going second is actually going to be the Archangel slash Goddess team here. So in terms of what we are running, guys, we are running the red SR Elizabeth, we are running Mael, we are running red Sariel, and then we are running red Tarmiel. And then in terms of the card set as well, we are running the full basic stat for Goddess Ally card set. So for every Goddess Ally, you get 3% basic stats up to 9%, which I think is really, really good. And then in terms of the actual gear that we are running on this team, guys, is we're running HP Crit Defense Elizabeth with the standard rolls as per usual. In terms of Mael, we are running the attack crit damage with the crit defense rolls. So kind of the same thing we were doing with Lostvayne on the Sins team, and then also with Demon King on the demon team, right? So yeah, so that's pretty much the setup right there. HP crit defense on the red Sariel as well, and then the it's double defense and crit defense Tarmiel. So yeah, that's pretty much the setup you want to run: double defense, crit defense. And the reason why you're running these exact setups right here is because you want red Tarmiel to be the lowest HP character. So if you actually look at the HP, 202,000 right there, which Elizabeth's at 217, Sariel's at 234, and then Mael is at 210. So as long as your red Tarmiel is your lowest HP character, then you should be good. But this is pretty much the setup, guys. And yeah, I mean, after this, this is pretty much all of Heroes Arena. I will come back and give you guys a outro at the very end, but this is pretty much the last clip. So enjoy this clip, guys, and we'll come back at the very end to give you guys my conclusion thoughts. Alright guys, so that is pretty much it for Heroes Arena right there on Challenger going second. I hope this video is helpful guys, and again I want to preface that I do have the link in the description for Rejuan's Google Doc, so if you guys do need like kind of pointers or like tips and tricks, that Google Doc will definitely help you out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a great rest of your day guys.